Hello, hello. So today is the first session number 1 in our medical weight loss fast track workshop that I never did before, but because I see the need, you want to hear all about it, I decided to create one so you can take the first action steps because it's only way how you can have some success with this is to create space in your life in order to taking action steps. And today I would like to tell you 10 tips, 10 weight loss tips you can start applying today. As you know, the one critical thing that will be the tipping point between staying where you are, losing weight, the same kilos again and again, same pounds and again, and achieving all your dreams and the ideal weight that you want, that the difference is taking the action. So this week, I challenge you to take actions, to take from every session that we have actions so you can create this in your life. Those are simple steps, but they are very powerful. That always works. It's based on science and it's based on my experience. And it's as well on my own personal experience because I was once struggling with weight myself. So I know how you feel. I know how it can be frustrating. And so I created today the 10 steps that I challenge you to really start applying them, and you will see the results will be there. So let's get into it. Before I will tell you these 10 steps, 10 tips, I would like to ask you if you have this workbook. If you don't have it, say me in the comments and I will send it to you to your DM. Yeah, always when you are on these calls, check your inbox, your direct messages, because sometimes I send you or Nicole send you message. Especially if you are active member from this community, we always invite you for something. So just check always your inbox, and this is where I can send you as well the workbook. So let's get into it today. This session won't be overwhelming. This will be full of easy steps so you can apply, so you have some great results. First thing is, it can be so simple, but it's drink water. Hunger is often confused with dehydration, and we know from science that, next time you feel like to snack, have a glass of water. Even mild dehydration can alter your body metabolism. So aim to drink 8 glasses a day and limit soda, limit caffeine and alcohol. Caffeine will dehydrate you even more, and alcohol are just empty calories. No, they're not empty, they calories quite a lot, and it's really heavy burden on your liver. So if you especially want to lose weight, alcohol doesn't go in that, and it doesn't fit this scenario. So and also been shown that drinking water before meals promotes weight loss. So what I mean is that every time you would like to eat less, drink water before. I don't mean to drink water and then immediately eat. I mean that you will, if you know that you will be eating lunch at 12 o'clock, try to think about drinking more water at 11. You will, physically, it will be more water in the stomach. So try to really hydrate yourself, and you will be surprised how less you will eat. This as well, it goes to for people who wants to have go to party. So again, they drink water at home, and then the first drink water at a party or before dinner, and then you eat less. You eat less meat. So this really promotes the weight loss. So this is something that you can think and really simply apply on every day. So I always have this glass with me, and every morning I start my day with this glass. I usually put a few drops of lemon or lime, and if I can tell you that if I don't do it, I feel it. I feel that I don't have such a mental clarity, and I'm usually more hungry. So I encourage you to try this as well. So that was the first one. Drink water. I know it's so simple, but it's so powerful. So try applying this today. Second is eat carbs, but real carbs. Yes, there is so much confusion about carbohydrates. We need carbohydrates. It's one of the most important micronutrient, but we just have to be smart and know what we can and what we can't have. So those two things are carbohydrates: broccoli and croissant. They both carbohydrates. So replace refined carbohydrates like white bread, pasta, bagel, cereals, pretzels with a complex carbohydrate from the fruits, vegetables, whole grain, nuts, seeds, and legumes. What is different between even they have same calories, they will create different biochemical reaction in your body. Really start seeing food as a medicine, because you will have most likely this. If you eat too much of these, this can create inflammation, and this will eventually rejuvenate you. So it's really different. The calories doesn't count. They're not the same. Even they same amount, they don't have the same effects in the body. So fruits and vegetables, they're high in fiber and slow digestion and promote stable blood sugar, and that's what we want. We need to have stable blood sugar, because when the blood sugar is stable, then we don't have insulin going up and down, and that's way we can unlock the fat, we can lose the weight. If we have high blood sugar, if we have that way high insulin, because insulin have to push the sugar down, there is no way we can lose weight. That's why it's so difficult for diabetics and pre-diabetic or diabetics who are on insulin. It's really difficult to lose weight, because they're using the insulin, and insulin is it's fat storage hormone. So that's why the stabilizing blood sugar is super important. These vegetables and fruits, they also packed with antioxidants, which help reduce inflammation in the body. So whole grain carbohydrates should always be chosen over refined varieties. So if you, for example, have a bread, you always choose a bread that you can see the grain in it, instead of the one like the white toast. Just don't choose that one, please, because it's full of nasty ingredients, and that is something you don't want to have. If you want to have bread, find something that you can see the seeds, or it's definitely not sugar in it, and either sourdough is good bread, or simply you have to read the labels, but eat in them as you would find them in nature. The bread made from the wheat that's milled. This is something that we want to avoid. We want something that is complete with fiber and phytonutrients, the way how the Mother Nature intended. So that's one I wanted to really send the message for you, that not all carbs are the same, and try to eat real carbs, not the refined carbohydrates that we have to limit. Next one is number 3 is choose healthy fats. So there is some common misconception that all fat should be completely eliminated. In reality, that we couldn't live without fat. The body utilizes dietary fat for energy, for the hair, for skin, for nail health, for vitamin absorption, and for every bodily function. So it's good fats protect against heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer, depression. They reduce blood pressure and lower cholesterol. So it's important to choose a good fats. Those ones are, for example, fats that are in nuts and seeds, in fish, in avocado, and extra virgin olive oil and olives. Those are really good source of fat. There's, for example, a really fatty fish is like, for example, salmon. So obviously, if you choosing fat, choose some of these foods where the fat is already in the food. So fat is in the nuts, fat is in seeds. So some people, they sometimes, if you want to cut out sugar, nuts and seeds are great snacks options. But because they're high in fat, you have to be really careful how much you eat them, because they might be quite high in calories. So it's only to mention that yes, nuts are absolutely necessary to eat, but just be mindful. and definitely take out all the processed fat. So the fat that they're using for frying in the anywhere that you go in the fast food restaurant. So the sunflower oil, the safflower oil, the soybean oil, all these hydrogenated oils, all these oils in the chips and all these snacks, these are so harmful in our body. It creates inflammation, and we just don't want to have that. So always choose healthy fats so you can thrive. Another one, number four. Number four is emphasize lean protein. I don't know if you listened to my conversation with Samantha. We were talking about it last Thursday about the macronutrients, the lean protein, the importance having the good carbohydrates and good fat. So I want to as well mention to emphasize really the lean protein. Our bodies require protein for cell growth and renewal. So that there are building blocks for growth of the every cells in the body. They as well important for blood sugar stabilization and for energy. So we are literally made out of amino acids that make up protein. So many foods contain protein, but the richest sources are animal products such as meat, dairy, eggs, and fish. Of course, there are as well plant source. I tell you in a minute. But make sure that if you eat meat, have this lean meat. For example, chicken. It can be turkey breast, and of course, if you are vegetarian, you can have plant sources like beans, nuts, and seeds. But just be mindful, because beans are not only they are high in fat, but they as well high in carbohydrates. So this way you might have as well like high calories. So it's just meant that it will be a healthy option for sure. But if you want to lose weight, always choose a lean protein. So that will be like chicken breast, for example. And when choosing animal protein sources, be very conscious of the way the animal was raised and what it ate. Because grass-fed beef and free-range chicken are really the healthier option and more ethically sound choices than the feedlot meats. I always kind of think of it like I rather have small piece of good meat than big steak if I know that was not really raised that well. And choose organic yogurt if you can, and cage-free eggs, the pasture-raised. These are great options for vegetarians. And white tofu, tempeh, and peanut butter are very good for vegan as a protein source. So as you can see, it's not about following any diet. It's about following what is good for you, what you can tolerate, what you feel good in your body. In the beginning, we might not feel as much because we just in an inflamed state, especially if we're carrying some fat around the belly. That will change and that will transform when we start losing the weight. We will know exactly what works and what doesn't. So another point is eat breakfast. By eating really good breakfast that will not really spike your blood sugar, you will jumpstart your metabolism and reduce cravings. When you skip your breakfast by mid-morning, you are hungry and you're more likely to overeat. That's I've seen so many times, and as well studies repeatedly show that eating breakfast is associated with maintaining healthy weight. I'm not talking about having donut or this croissant for breakfast. This will definitely spike your blood sugar. Of course, you can have croissant. I will talk about it when is the best to have croissant, but for the breakfast, it's not ideal at all. And for breakfast, it's really, if you have any need for some recipes and ideas, let me know and tell me now, me, I want some recipes. I will send you some recipes. Or can do some video for some options. Just let me know. But absolutely, it's important to have breakfast. And if you are not ready for breakfast first thing in the morning, just listen to your body and eat as soon as you can. But it's important not to go in hypoglycemia, because then we will just overeat and we are again on this sugar roller coaster. So eat your breakfast, be mindful how much and what you're eating. As I said, if you need some breakfast ideas, tell me now, because I can send you some recipes or some ideas what breakfast is ideal that will not spike your blood sugar. It's super important, because as we start our day, that the day will go. And as well, of course, you might argue, well, but what about fasting? Yes, fasting is fantastic too. I will talk about it later in the week. But if you are still on this sugar roller coaster and you're eating these type of foods, you will be not ready to fast. And I will tell you this week how to smoothly go into this mode of intermittent fasting, or time restricted eating, as we call it. So another point is eat more frequently, which is kind of linked with the one that I just told you. But it's so important to eat frequently throughout the day to really maintain the blood sugar levels and decreases the chances of getting too hungry and binging. Because if we eating this food and our blood sugar goes low to hypoglycemia, then we are to bring the level up back to normal. We will start being hungry, we will start binging. So try to keep the track of your meal choices and balance your caloric intake. We know that feeding your body on a regular basis, it's which with food that are really not this food like this, not like that, will really balance your blood sugar level. And then when you will begin to be more of a fast burner, you will be able to make bigger gaps in the meals, and you will be able as well burn energy rather than conserve it and store it as a fat. I will talk more about it this week, but it's something I want to encourage you to really eat frequently and choose smart what you're putting in your mouth. Because again, the broccoli, even the same calorie, will create different biochemical reaction than the croissant. So that was on this point. So eat more frequently. Tell me know if you need some recipes or some extra help. I'm happy to do that. And as well, let me know who is here, so I know who is watching with me. Say hi in the chat, so I know who is here. So another one. So we know that if we want to really improve our weight, we have to improve our nutrition. It's absolutely, this is the first pillar. Second one is regarding to that, there's a lot of misconception, because people think if they start really running and doing more exercise, they will lose weight. Yes, you will get smaller waist circumference, and exercise leads to decreased body weight, and lower heart rate, improve mood, and healthy blood pressure. But first thing first, you have to improve your nutrition. I will talk about it on Wednesday, what food we need to eat to really keep if we want to lose weight, what we have to eat. But regarding exercise, we have to move. So try to be active at least half an hour every day to help keep your body stay strong and lean. It doesn't need to be, being on treadmill or be in some gym. Anything that you can move, it's exercise. So for example, you can do gardening, you can take the stairs instead of the elevator, you can do daily walks or jogs with the dog or without dog. And even playing with kids in the park, or as I said, dance class, or anything that it's moving, will keep your body healthy. And it's so important to keep your mind active, because we know that the power of endorphins. We know that the exercise has really good influence on our gut microbiome, which is something that I will talk later this week. And the boost brain power, it's by adapting positive mindset, meditating, reading, and doing Sudoku, for example, or another game that engages your brain, is as well super helpful. Because when we are in this positive mode, we will then make healthier choices to eat and to do stuff like lifestyle. Like we will choose to do more of a walk and to do more gardening, instead of if we're eating this starchy, refined, sugary foods. I'm sure you know that you just sit and you want to lie down and sleep. So you see how it's all related one to another thing, which is one next point that is super important, and people overlook this over and over again, is get proper sleep. So important. Research suggests that those who sleep 5 hours or less weigh 5 pounds more than those that are getting at least 7 hours or 8 hours per night. So over time, the weight gain can increase and more rapidly in those who get 5 hours of sleep compared to those who have 7. I know it from my own experience as myself. When I was actually every single time when I sleep less hours, I feel the body has tendency keep the weight up. And I can tell you the story. I mean, for those who are listening here again, you know the story, but I have one time client and she didn't change anything in her diet because it was too much for her. But I knew that she has trouble with sleeping. So we created, her first step was to sleep more hours. So instead of her 5 hours going really to bed too late and waking up early, she started sleeping 7 to 8 hours or 8.5, I think. And she was able to lose over 20 pounds in a certain period of time. So it's really, we know from science as well that it works really well. And the lack of sleep as well not only disrupt the ghrelin and leptin, those satiated hormones, but as well disrupt the circadian rhythm, which we know that it's linked to our pattern, how we eat. And this can lead to fatigue, low metabolism, and overactive appetite. So it's something that we don't realize. We don't live much with the sink, with the sun. But it's something that I want to again encourage you to look at it and really eat just when the sun is up. When sun goes down, just keep in mind that maybe this is now not the best time to have any food. And as well, really, it creates abnormal the leptin and ghrelin levels. Those are the hormones that tells your body I am full and stop eating. So this can go really can go together with very little sleep. So sleep more and eat, and the less the weight will go low. This is something that sounds really funny because you will think, well, how can I eat the same food even more if I sleep more? Yes, it will go. You will eat more, but if you sleep more, you are losing weight. This is so try to thrive for 7 to 8 hours each night and start the day. I will be sharing a journal where you can write all these down. Let me know if you want to have it in your DM. I can send it to you in the journal, and that's something that is so profound and I really want for you to start today. This is not scientific lecture. I want that you start applying what you learned today, and even those things you may know, but it doesn't help if we don't do it. So I just want you to start doing it today so you can have some results pretty soon. Another point, 2 more points. Another point is learn to cook. I know that some of you love to cook, some of you don't like to cook, and we just, we all have it in different ways, but cooking meals at home allows you to control portion size and quality of ingredients and cut out the intake of sodium, fat, and calories. We know that if we eat home, we eat less calories because in the restaurant they're using poor fats, they're using ingredients that you will never use at home. So try to cook at home and try to avoid frying foods. Instead you can either roast or bake, and as well there is an option to eat raw foods to get this less of the calories, because every time if you choose the nutrient dense food, which I will talk about it on Wednesday, this broccoli, this carrot, this will really this will be delicious and nutritious. I mean, baked carrots are just so good to eat, or quickly boil broccoli as well. If you use some spices, a little bit of salt and some herbs, this will be fantastic meal, and this will satiate you. It will put in the level the ghrelin and leptin. The body will know when to stop eating, and that way you will have good calories and as well enough of food so the body can have nutrients from this food, and in the same way you don't need to store it as a fat. This is so important piece that I want to really drive home for you. So there is a difference in calories. Again, there's a different calories if you eat this croissant and the broccoli, even it has same calorie, it will do different job in the body. The one will create inflammation and the second one will create healing. So, and you'll be able to lose weight. And the last point we will talk about within the week as well, but keep track of what you eat. You have to become food detective. For you who are not here first time, that you listen already to this masterclass, the Unlock Your Sugar Solution, we talk about sugar the whole week, and we talk about the effects on inflammation, the effects on gut microbiome. But the first thing we always talk about is to really investigate what you choose to put in your body. You have to check the labels. You have to avoid ingredients like sugar, trans fat, high fructose corn syrup, and all the nasty chemical ingredients that are so hard to pronounce. If you not stop eating this food, that's pretty impossible task to lose weight, because the body is still in an inflammatory state. If I say it really so simplistically. So always try to choose the healthiest food that are, that these are found just as nature intended, whole and unprocessed. So that's the broccoli, that's the carrot, that's the apple. And so, when was the last time when you saw ingredient list on stock of broccoli on, or the fresh fillet or salmon? Those food are from the nature. And if I really like what Dr. Mark Hyman always says, that if you're not sure, just think that this who made this and who made that. This is human made, and this is God made. So that's something that I would always think, that anything that has no label is great to eat, and anything that has label is processed, and we just have to stay away. Unfortunately, it's very easy. If you go to any grocery store, it's so easy to make bad choice. Because everything in the shelves is basically processed. 80% of all this processed food is filled with sugar, with salt, and with bad fat. So it's much easier to make a bad decision instead of making a healthy decision. But you are here now, and you will learn better. And so that's what the powerful is, that you learn this week, is that you will know which food will most likely lead you to better health and better weight, instead of food that you will just not get rid of this inflammation, and you will never get rid of this fat tissue if you're eating all these sugary foods, the trans fat and high fructose corn syrup. If you see anything in your cupboard or in your pantry with high fructose corn syrup, please put it in a bin or give it to somewhere, because this goes straight to the liver. And now we know that so many people has fatty liver diseases. It's even undiagnosed, and with this we just can't be in healthy state if we are throwing gasoline into the fire. So this was I think enough for you for today. So again, quickly, drink water. Absolutely critical. I know everybody is saying you this, but it's something that you have to start doing today. Eat real carbs, not the refined carbohydrates. Choose healthy fats. Choose always the fats that's already in some food, like avocado or nuts and seeds. But be mindful. Don't eat too many fats, because that you will not be able to lose weight that fast. Emphasize lean protein. Always choose lean protein instead of, for example, chicken breast, turkey breast, or if you have the source of the plant source is the nuts and seeds, or beans. But beans, you be careful, because the beans are really high in carbohydrates as well. Eat breakfast. You cannot afford to have sugar roller coaster, and you start in the morning. You have to always choose breakfast that will really not spike your blood sugar. Let me know if you need some help with that. Eat more frequently. We don't want hypoglycemia going down, because then it will lead to being hungry and binging. Exercise your body and mind. Absolutely necessary. We're not moving enough. I'm sitting now. We have to move. It doesn't need to be being on treadmill, but we have to really engage our brain. We have to be outside, outdoor in the sun, to really feel better and do better. Then we will make better choices as well with our eating. Get proper sleep. I can't emphasize that enough. It's super important. You will lose weight by sleeping more hours. So this week, try to really aim. Don't skip the what. Maybe you have to skip watching telly. Maybe you have to skip, browsing the social media. Just get better sleep, and you will see how you will make tomorrow better choices regarding food and better choices regarding how you move, what you think. It's absolutely critical. And learn how to cook, or how to cook better meals, because majority of you maybe cook, some of you don't cook. If you need help regarding this, send me DM. I will be happy to help you this week. That's why I'm here. And the last point is, really, you have to keep track of what you eat. Be a detective, and always think that food is information. It makes us either more healthy or more sick in the long term. And try to have always a whole food, unprocessed. So that was from me today. This all, if you invest 1 hour a day, you can do this. I know you can, because I can do that, and many other people can do it. I know people always say, oh, I'm busy. Maybe you will need to wake up a little bit early by not compromising your sleep, but maybe you need to invest a little bit more time in the morning to get ready. Or maybe you need to, instead of watching TV tonight, you will have to think and prepare something for tomorrow. But the one critical thing that will be the tipping point between staying where you are or achieving your dreams and creating the healthy way is taking the action. I want that it's super important. And in order to taking action, you have to create space in your life. So today I really want to challenge you and encourage you to determine what are the key actions, what you will do today. Maybe you will just do the sleep, maybe you will drink more, and all the processes you need to focus to create this space in your life and create more of these thinking and actions, so you can really do this. Because it doesn't help if we just talk about it, you learn it now, and we don't take any actions. The actions will make the difference. And so that's why I want you to do that today. And we will keep doing it this week. You will learn a lot, but please, it will not help if you will know it only. You have to as well implement it. It's super important. So please take advantage. I'm here again this week. I will in the group. Please, I'm here all week. Send me a question. Ask me anything. If you need help in the recipes, I don't know what that can be. I can answer anything if I know. I just want to make sure that you know that I'm here for you, and I want you to lose some weight, because I was there. I know how it feels, and I just want you to feel good, because you deserve it. You deserve it to feel good. So I will see you here tomorrow again, and I can't wait to see what you will tell me, how your day was, and let me know in a comment how are you doing, what you're struggling the most, and so on. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.